Hello, all you beautiful people. Welcome back to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Let's go ahead and see who we can talk to in here. Actually, we'll talk later because the person I really want to talk to is you. Oh, good. You kept your part of the bargain. Here, take this 2,000 gold coins. Take your payment and remember that Horgus Gwern always keeps his word. You helped me back to the surface, and I duly paid you for escorting me. Now, speaking of our future cooperation, of a job that would be perfect for someone like you, naturally I'll pay generously for your services. What do you mean a job for someone like me? For an adventure ready to sell their soul for booze and lie down drunk in the gutter, or do you think you're someone different? A traveling knight, perhaps noble of heart, but without coin to your name. Seem a reliable enough ally to me, and you did get me out of the Mongol caves. So why should I care what you do with the money once you've got it? Huh. Fail the perception check. How did I fail this? I have a plus, like, 10. I must have rolled a natural 1. Horgus seems like one of those people who think the entire world owes them something. Noble birth doesn't give you the right to behave badly. I would ask that you refrain from such statements in the future. But really, how impudent. No one dares tell Horgus Gwern how to address the rabble. What kind of job do we talking about? 1,000 gold coins. Double the reward and I'll think about it. Wow. This guy's too easy. Several tense moments pass in silence, then Horgus' face relaxes. Deal. Okay, so what does the job involve? You shall be my bodyguard. You see, I have good reason to return to my mansion here in Canonbros. I still have, well, it doesn't matter. None of your business. My mansion is a breathtaking building, a large garden, in the wealthy part of the city. Even before the demons attacked, every thief and fraudster in the city had tried to get inside. One way or another. I shudder to imagine the state it is in now. I have little hope that my guards were able to hold the mansion during the attack, and I expect that the servants fled when they saw the demons. Only Abadar, who's Abadar? Goddess cities, okay, knows what happens there since. Therefore, I will ask that you meet me at my mansion and guard me there until I complete my business. Okay. Already asked the local paladins for help, but they've no desire to set foot outside this tavern. Damn cowards and traitors, that's what they are. Also, please do take Camellia with you. I trust that girl more than the rest of your gang. She is of noble birth after all. Amelia. Okay. Marvelous, most excellent. I'll proceed to my mansion at once. I'll wait for you there. Meanwhile, you needn't worry. I know the city like the back of my hand, but do hurry unless you want me to lower your reward. Huh. Amelia. Oh, right. She's the one that's wearing the snake talisman. I actually read the description on this, and it actually hides her alignment. So, I'm not sure I really want to trust her all that much, considering she's hiding something. Greetings, your amulet is quite unusual. Where did you get it? My little trinket. It's so nice of you to notice, but I assure you this amulet is nothing but a bauble. Can a lady not be drawn to beautiful, useless things? Where did you learn to wield your rapier so well? I had good teachers, although they don't get all the credit. I am the most diligent student. Your speech tells me that you're of noble birth. You're most insightful. I find quality to have. After practice musical laugh as she watches you from under lowered lashes. Feeling his laughter ends and unspoken words hang in silence. Can't resist a no beautiful lady. I will stop bothering you immediately if talking to me upsets you. A noble earth does not give anyone the right to look down on others. That's so. Well, thank you for sharing your opinion with me. Tell me about yourself. You want to know more about me than you already do? Why? I talked to the spirits of this tormented land, and they guide me in battle. I'll help you fight the demons, and I swear that you can rely on me in this matter. Isn't that sufficient? Anyway, as much as I enjoy your delightful conversation, spirits are calling me, and I must respond. Please excuse me. Huh. You seem to have, scared her away. Staunton. Probably want to talk to him. There's Lan. Sela. Arabeth. Benevia. Okay, let's talk to Staunton. Let's do good work back there in the Grey Garrison. Name's Staunton Vaughn. I've heard the rumors about me, just so you know. Everything people say about me, it's true. I need to talk to you about the elf that calls himself the Storyteller. Do you know where I can find him? Storyteller, a strange old fellow. That one. He used to sit with me for hours asking about all sorts of things. He never offered judgment or comfort. He just listened. At first, I wanted to talk to him, and his questions as far away from me as possible, but later I realized that talking to him did ease my burden a little. I hope he is alive and well. Completely blind and feeble too. So if he's alone in the city, well, you probably know what that means. He's dead. Did you know one place he might be? Look for him in the Blackwing. It's a library here. I'll show you where it is on the map. I don't know what you say library is to a blind elf, but he loved the place. He would sit there night and day. What do people say about you? They say I'm a traitor as bad as Ariluf Vorlesh. Tutor's name is Quarian, which who initiated the opening of the world wound. Okay. That I'm a disgrace even among the ranks of the condemned. Military unit made of petty criminals conscripted as disposable soldiers and frontline fodder. Wow. Like Queen Geoffrey should have never spared me, and that I belong on the gallows. Why do they hate you so much? You really don't know? I'm the reason why the Crusade forces are holed up in fortresses on the edge of the world wound. Instead of bringing the fight to the demons, we used to have a foothold in the wound. Mighty unassailable city of Dresden used to have it until it fell, and all because of my stupidity I gave the enemy our main citadel. I was tired. I was tried? They wanted to execute me, and rightly so, but Queen intervened. She said that I should live and fight in order to do what I have done, so that's how I live. It's decade after decade fighting and condemned. You can see I have fixed nothing, and I have earned no one's forgiveness. Are you going to spit in my face too? It wouldn't surprise me. Hope to earn your forgiveness. Keep living and fighting with no hope anything better, because that's what the Queen ordered you to do. There's honor in that. So live and stop blaming others what you made of your life. I hope you earn forgiveness. Thank you from the depths of my soul. I thank you, but I haven't had hope for a long, long time. How did the whole city fall? How is that possible? What do you mean, how? You don't trust the word of the condemned. Go ask somebody else, like my little brother Joran. And if you still don't believe me, it's it to me, but you're about to ask me to recount the story of my disgrace. As I don't. Really don't have any friends? Couldn't have survived this long. I was completely alone. Joran, my little brother, he keeps me going. Never abandoned me. Everyone else shies away from me like they might catch what I've got. Even fighters in the condemned console themselves by thinking, I got stripped of my rank, but at least I'm not Staunton. Wow, that's terrible. Commander Tirabade seems to be the only person in the whole army who remembers that I'm a soldier and not a drudge. She has no talking qualms about talking me into battle. She had some mud flung at her in the past, or so I hear. That's why she tries to keep an open mind about people. No surprise that she's the only one to hold on to her sense of reason of farce. So many years in the condemned, surely you have paid your penance by now. It's not up for me to decide. My life is in the Queen's hands. Condemned isn't the worst part. All these years I have prayed to Torag for forgiveness. Countless times I've gone to the high priest. Countless times I've kneeled before the altar. If only for Father of the dwarven kind would answer my prayers just once. Not to restore what I've lost, but to tell me that I am still one of the children. But it seems he doesn't give a damn about me. What can I expect from mere mortals when my own God doesn't think I deserve redemption? Okay. Interesting. Okay. Who are you again? Oh, you're the injured lady. Oh, hey. See how they patched me up? Now I can run, jump, or dance a jig if I feel like it. Are there any suspicious places in the city that I should pay attention to? A couple spots I wanted to check out, but I didn't have time. There really is a den of cultists there. It would be good if you could swoop in there with some heads. You don't even need to search warrant. Silken thread atelier. Okay. First one on the silken thread. It's funny. Tailor shop. It doesn't take any orders and never buys any fabric. But they always seem oh so busy. There is with something in there, all right, but sewing it ain't. Second one is the alchemy shop Topaz Solutions, and the trade. They trade in everything, not just healing potions. Judging by the ingredients they've been buying on the black market, there's something fishy about the alchemical rituals going down in that place. What are your responsibilities in the Eagle Watch? Nothing official. I'm not even a knight, you know. Just hang around. You want to know the details. Teaching traders and spies and cultists is no walk in the park. It's a delicate job you can't always do within the letter of the law. Happy to, but there's kind of nothing to tell. What's so interesting about me? Where are you from? Nowhere. Hey, from Nadal. You wouldn't wish my homeland on my worst enemy. You've heard the place, I'm sure. One of the oldest surviving countries in Avestan. Having been founded during the uncounted years of the Age of Darkness, even though there is now beholden to the neighboring infernal realm of Chilex, it retains significant autonomy pursuant to its own shadowy goals. Ooh. What kind of business she was involved in? Oh, I grew up in the slums. Like a weed between the cobblestones. I didn't have a dad, but I had lots of aunts and uncles, my mom's cronies. No prize for guessing what kind of business she was involved in. They gave me a set of lockpicks as soon as I could hold a spoon. While other kids were picking their noses, I was picking pockets. Jeez. When I was 12, the monks of the Silent Shroud came for us, creepy guys with their mouths sewn shut. The guards. Wow. Mom gave me to her friends, and we hid in a secret temple in Desna. Never saw my mom again. I lay low in the temple for the next few years, kept my head down, washed the floors, fetched water, listened to sermons. Funny thing, while I started liking Desna's teachings, but as soon as I was old enough, I was out of there. I left Nidell and got as far away as I could. How did you meet Irabeth? Hung around Taimon a while back and doing this and that. Visiting temples sometimes gave me odd jobs, you know, sometimes they needed people with skills like mine. On the surface, it's fine, I guess. After Nidell, the freedom of the River Kingdoms should have seemed like heaven. My chance to sit back and enjoy life, but I wasn't happy. No one cared about me, and I don't care about anyone either. Struggled to find a reason to drag myself out of bed every morning, trying a stone around my neck and jumping into the nearest river. Started looking be appealing. One day I was hired to follow some fellows the local authorities suspected as harassment and spies. I was stupid and I made a rookie mistake and they caught me. Like my body had already decided to do what my mind had been fighting. Finally put me out of my misery, get someone else to kill me since I didn't have I guess do it myself. They grabbed me. I thought they'd got me on the spot, but instead they hog-tied me and dragged me off, and just like an animal going to slaughter, all I thought was, let's get this over with. They brought me to this stinking cave, threw me at the altar, and I realized who it was, the Uthites from Nadal. They tracked me down after all those years, but I didn't care anymore. Wouldn't even have if they eaten me or whatever. All gotta do sometimes, right? I was lying there, staring at those knives pointed at me. When fate rolled the dice and I hit the jackpot, Erebeth, there she was, storming into the cave. Laying on the altar with all the knife-wielding maniacs around me, and then suddenly Erebeth storms in. I thought, Amelie herself, fierce in the shining armor, the sword raised, she made quick work of the scumbags, chopped them up like that. Didn't have time to blink, she untied me, and then she looked through the papers they had on the table, and she started swearing like a sailor. So much for Iomade. Aha. Okay. I have to go. There's too much talking for you. Land. What are you doing? Very different from life on the underground, of course. As far as living conditions, the surface is definitely a better place to be. It's easier to get good food and water, not to mention build a house and even grow a few things. In older, well-established settlements, you don't have to deal with anything scarier than rats, baby foxes stealing chickens. As for the kind of lives you have, I heard the stories about demon worshippers abducting whole families and sacrificing them one by one, although there's watch. There were some brave crusaders, knights nearby, and they killed the villains and saved everyone. The young blacksmith lost his arm in a fire. Couldn't work to feed his wife and baby. They tried their best, lived from hand to mouth, but they were still destitute. In the end, desperate blacksmith robbed a traveler one night on the road, but there were some brave crusader knights nearby, and they caught the robber and threw him in prison. Not long after, the wife mothered the baby and hanged him. Wow! How they say he's protecting innocent from demons, and look the way back in the caves, everyone is equally poor, and if one life starves, the whole tribe starves. They don't abandon our own in times of trouble. Power of the tribe, the laws of the surface are made that some get everything and others get nothing. I might just be a naive fool from the caves, but I don't understand how it's possible that they have so much more and share so much less. Never leave a needy person in trouble. I've been given more than most, which means I'm now more able to help others. There's no time to upend society in our quest for valorness. I guess question about our feckless aristocracy. Just do this one. Didn't reply, don't you take my word as a reproach. I'm grumbling as much as cracking jokes. Actually trying to muster a friendly smile, but an expression in his face doesn't accommodate very naturally. Thank you for your answer. Okay.
Always watch your back.
See, Hillor. Anytime Hillor, venture captain of the Pathfinder Society. One of the Pathfinders in the region of Mendev. However, the society is running almost no operations here right now. Besides me, there are almost no Pathfinders here. Actually, I'm only stuck here because of an old feud with a demon worshipper known as the Spinner of Nightmares. I've had to work alone without the support of society, but I've made a lot of acquaintance among the local mercenaries and daring fighters. If you need any good fighters for an honest cause, talk to me. Ooh. Need brave and experienced fighters. Ah. That amount is unacceptable. Wow. About training. We'll get a great mentor from Epsilon for first few times. He'll train your fighters free of charge. Oh, retrain. Yeah, no. I don't want to retrain. I have to go. You're expensive. I could buy one person. Okay. Deal. Reinforcements have arrived. Oh. Okay. I get to build a new character? Ooh. We'll be right back. Alright, I finally finished setting up our secondary character. I just gave him a random name. But we have created a Knife Master Rogue, because I noticed we lacked any sort of like rogue class. We now have our rogue, we have a sorcerer, we have a monk zen archer, a shaman spirit hunter, which is somewhat healer. I think our next upgrade to our party is definitely a dedicated healer. And we have our tank paladin and my Emil Bang. Go ahead and now talk to Irabeth. See what she has to say. Any success? How's the city? What was our main objective? You heard the demons say they're going to desecrate the wardstone and blow up the whole area around the wardstone. Like, can just put every city in the wardstone was destroyed, included capital. We can't allow that no matter what. What are the wardstones? They're our greatest treasure, the shield given to us by Naomi and herself, and placed in Kenenbras and other Vendevian cities and fortresses by her herald. The chain of wardstones forms a protective barrier that stops the expansion of the world wound, keeps the demons from going beyond its borders. I shudder to think what will happen if the barrier falls. Tell me about the Eagle Watch. Small order created to fight not only demons, but also the enemy within, to maintain the purity of the paladin ranks, prevent heresy, and identify spies. And it failed miserably at that. Templars of the Ivory Labyrinth infiltrated it and formed their nest within its ranks. Yikes. After the Queen entrusted me with leading the order in Nevia, and I practically built it from scratch. We got rid of the deadweight, people who weren't committed. We organized ways to transmit messages and orders safely. We introduced reliable ciphers. We found Tacit allies around the city, or whatever. From Crusader orders to street beggars. Whoa. This was my personal crusade to purge the city of the Templars who had infested it. And I thought I was winning. I could feel it. We were so close to driving the cultists out of Kenenbras, but hard to admit, but those successes didn't count for much once the demons entered the city. Contrary, if it wasn't up to you, there wouldn't be a headquarters at the Defender's Heart. Cultists would have served up the city on a platter to the demons. Guess that's true. It's a good thing we achieved something. Thank you. Okay. I don't really want to ask her about personal stuff. I will, however, loot this and read it. Okay, that didn't give us anything. I do, however, want to get rid of your crossbow, because I want to give you something better. Not gonna give you that. How about a punching dagger? For 4 damage. Persuasion skill checks. Whip that. Do. I'm gonna give you one of those. I'm gonna give you one of these. You are gonna have 2 of these. see, 2d8, so possible of 16 points. You get down to 6, then you can use those. And I think we're going to get rid of your inflict light wounds because you just need basically all potions. See, Tender of Skills, that's fine because it revives. Restores the life of deceased party members. Do you actually use these? Oh, really? No. There's no way. Whatever. Potion of Feather Step. For the duration of the spell, the subject ignores the adverse movement effects and difficult terrain. Get rid of it. Newest, oldest, weight, name, type. Protection from chaos, protection from evil, reduce person. Huh. Shield of faith, blur. We'll put that potion of blur on a rogue. Mage armor, feather step. You are what the hell? Oh, I just realized he has belt. So if I take this off, is that the green one? That is the green one. Fascinating. Moderate wounds. The 3d8. Quick serious wounds. We'll give you inflict serious wounds. You're gonna keep that. You're gonna keep that. There's gotta be something. Spell raised dead requires the mirror throw opponent's diamond, which you don't possess. Huh. Nope, I didn't want that. I wanted to. You really a vampire? No. What you have? That was a weird question. Are you really a vampire? Potion. Alchemist fire. All creatures within 5 foot. Let's see. Do we have? Oh my god! It does exist. Ooh. Okay, I need to make another 200 gold. Don't need those. I don't need that. These. Selling. Berry mushroom. Elemental essence. Bone meal. Perfect. Bag of holding small, thank you very much. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh. Best thing ever. Although I am gonna put all of this junk in here. Ingredients. Yes, all ingredients shall go in here. Until I figure out what to do with them. Is there a way to split this? There we go. Put 14 in there. Put those in there. Soft cheese will keep. That's a half a pound, really? Porcelain plates, really? Keeping those, we're keeping those. Marching Terror. We don't have a person that can use glaives, as far as I know. Let's just double check. No, no, no. I can use a glaive. Two-handed, though. 2 to 11. It's a melee reach weapon. Whenever this +1 glaive lands a hit on a new enemy for the first time, the target receives 1d6 negative damage. And all other enemies within 15 feet radius must pass a will saving throw or become frightened for 1 round. Ooh. Maybe you should have this. Holy crud. Sounds like a really powerful weapon. Okay. All this. We keep all the potions and all the scrolls since they're low weight value. That's like 10 pounds right there, but... Okay. Let us head outside. To the town. Oh wait, we're outside this. Huh. Joran. Wait. You're one guy that we needed to talk to. You face in the city, you picked a good time to come to Kenebros, as you can see we're in sore need of warriors. Show me your wares. Oh, I wish I didn't sell all my shoot. Painted mail, breastplate, chainmail, chain shirt, hide armor, leather armor, padded armor, scale mail, studded leather, buckler. Painted mail plus, oh, 1,400. 6,000 for a rugged helmet. I have to wear a damage resistance 3 versus melee. Wearer suffers a -3 penalty to perception skill checks. Oof. It's a hard attrition dagger. It's around when this +1 dagger lands a hit on an enemy. Deals +1 constitution ability damage. Power can't lower the target's constitution ability score below 5. Oh. That is awesome. Only had the money for it. Detainer. Remember this +2 heavy crossbow lands a hit. The target must pass fortitude saving throw DC 16. Or be knocked back 15 feet. Becomes slowed for 1 round. Wow. The undead, light crossbow force. Acrid sickle. Oh, well, I can grab one punching dagger. Hopefully for our dual-wielding rogue. Oh, man. He has some serious, great stuff to sell. Deal. Okay, the question is, can you dual wield? The answer is yes. Hey. You recognize the sword. I recognize it, of course I do. I made it with my own hands. Here's my brand, see? Oh, Yaniel, things have been tough without you. But at least we've got your sword back. That's something. Battle ordinary swords get blunted, they break, but sometimes a weapon can preserve. I don't know how to explain it. I'm no authority on these things. Something like an echo of the deeds done with the weapon. Or more like the reflection of the wielder's soul. I don't know. I'll say one thing. Take care of that sword. Yaniel may no longer be with us, but demons will still remember why they need to turn tail and run when they see radiance. The scabbard's all worn. We can't be having a fine weapon like that being carried around in this tatty thing. Make you a new one if you like. If the city stands strong and we both survive, come see me, and I'll have it ready. No charge. You know everyone in Kennenbris by sight. Are you Sutton Vaughn's brother? Yep. Where he goes, I go. You've always done it. Even before the world wound, I forged armor. Goes in the battle and breaks it. He brings it back to me to repair it and make it better than before. Everything's changed since then, of course, but that part has stayed the same. I was stunned and blamed with the fall of Dresden. I told the story so many times already. Well, telling it one more time won't kill me. Dresden was built for a first crusade, back when it seemed like victory was ours for the taking, and then that the demon invasion would soon be at an end. The population of Sarkonis was thoroughly diminished, and many of them had hoped to see their hard fighting repaid with small plots of unclaimed land. It was a fortress built on those hopes, and Mendes. I'm not supposed to say that out loud. Mendev's ambition. What the city was, you can't even imagine. It was built by the first engineers from the Five Kings Mountain. Inca Frey spared no expense. Dresden was meant to be the capital of the Crusade movement, and meant to glory and beacon hope for all Golarian. Those were drawn there to seek fame and glory, and they came from all over. Haldor, Garund, Tianzia. I can list them all. The relic known as the Sword of Valor was kept there. A banner that had been carried into battle by Naomi herself. Back when she was still human, the banner protected the city and kept the demons from teleporting inside its walls. As long as the banner was in place, Dresden was invincible, or so we thought. But then the world wound suddenly expanded, the demons launched a new onslaught, and folk started saying, time to declare the Second Crusade. Dresden was unassailable until one young officer was tempted by the beautiful woman. Convinced him that the banner shouldn't be hanging in the city, that its rightful place was on a battlefield. She whispered plain words about glory and valor and convinced him that he could be a hero as great as Naomi herself. The poor fool believed her. He rounded up some of his hot-headed friends and carried the banner outside the city gates on an unauthorized foray. The demons slaughtered them within seconds, but for some reason the courageous ringleader was spared. The whole army teleported to Dresden. Bloodbath. Oh wow. As you can guess, that officer was named Staunton Vaughn. The woman turned out to be a demon. Not just any demon, it was Nago. Called Wretch. She given us a lot of grief here in Kennenbros too. Just don't ask me what I was doing while my brother was off having trysts with beasts and why I didn't save him with his own stupidity. Who could have guessed it would end like that? I failed my brother with the truth. blame myself every day looking at his plight, so that's the story. Why do you have your forge here in the tavern yard? Well, probably because that's where he's been forced to. Wherever I am, that's where my forge is. Master of any craft, always find the tools they need. My old forge, of course. Now just a pile of charred stone and metal, but got my hands on... Still got my hands, and that's what means I can work. You ever know everyone by sight? Not everyone, but I make it my business to know the people who might need my services. A blacksmith's work isn't just at an anvil, you know. Okay, I have to go. Borg, watch over you. If you need something from me, don't be afraid to stop by. Yeah, I will definitely be stopping by the basement. Don't know what that was. Oh. Render thy soul, Delvin. May it protect us. Aha, got you again. How many times is that today? You just shove him, tiefling. Oh, easy there, chief. Don't hit me. Who that guy was.
Easy.
Or is. Tavern.
Hey, Chief! Ooh, hey, gorgeous. Come over here. I want to talk to you about something. Something really important.
Quit bothering the decent people in here, Woljif, or I'll knock your teeth out!
What's it to you, Delvin Dum-Dum?
Wow.
You were told to guard me, and I'm not stopping you. But no one told me I had to shut my trap.
Who are you?
Woljif Jeffdo. I deal in useful things. I can get you whatever you want. Anything. But there's just one problem.
And what do you
I'll
want
lay
from
it
me?
out for you. Simple job, 30 minutes tops. We go someplace, talk to someone, and in return, whatever you want, I'll get it for you. Some extra rations, no problem. Armor, weapons, scrolls, you name it. It's as good as yours. If you need my help with something, whistle and I'll be there. I'm handy enough with knives too, and even my magic know-how isn't too shabby.
Huh.
What a load of guff! If you were good at magic, you wouldn't be stuck in here now, would you?
Don't you listen to him, Chief. He'd find fault with the Queen herself. I'll be useful to have in battle, and I'll sell whatever you want at a reasonable price. It's your lucky day. You won't meet another gem like me in Canabras.
Why are you in chains?
Does it really matter? Don't get hung up on the past, Chief. Don't look to the future. Live in the here and now.
He was caught thieving.
Get me out of here and I'll tell you. And don't worry, it's not contagious.
Your shadow can be contagious? Can't help you while you're chained up here. How can I free you?
That's easy. You know Irabeth? Feisty looking gal, always wears armor. You can't miss her. She's the meanest fighter in the whole city. When you see her, put in a good word for me, will ya? Tell her there's this guy Woljif locked up for no good reason in the Defender's Heart. Well, for the follies of his youth. And he really wants to get out on bail so he can keep up his good behavior and make a contribution to society. You got that? Will you do it?
I need to think
Well,
about it.
think fast. I'm already losing feeling in my legs sitting here.
Let's talk to Delvin. Go ahead, don't talk. I'll died my whole troop. How longer can we load a day? Chainmail and a light hammer. Take all.
Well, Chief, what do you...
I'll help you.
I knew I could count on you. Knew it the moment I laid eyes...
We'll talk later. Irabeth and set him free. Well, we'll see about that. I'm not so sure he'll be a good companion.
Nicely.
Tiefling chained up to the vendors. What can you tell me about him? Petty thief from the gang of thieflings. Thieflings? I think you mean tieflings. Operating in Canabras. would call them in these parts. They tried to rob a vendor of magical items recently. Unfortunately, we apprehended him. Only one of them, of course, managed to escape. We have nowhere else to keep him apart from the Defender's Heart, but that's hardly a prison. Woljif knows that too, begging us to let him go and go free, or have someone vouch for him. He's already asked you to put in a good word for him, hasn't he? If you want to recruit Woljif and put him into good use, go ahead and take him off the guard's hands. We can ill afford to let our soldiers spend their days watching over a middling thief. I hope the tiefling proves useful should you decide to take him along. Okay, that was easier than I thought. Well, maybe it'll actually be useful.
Everything has a price.
Curious. Huh. Okay, I guess it is just shared stash. Wait. Lever there. Lever. There was a lever there. Ooh, loot. Take. Take.
Well, Chief, what do you got for me? Ha! You
Joining
must
me.
be a smooth talker. Come on, Delvin, get these bracelets of yours off me. I'm going free.
You're sure to regret this. This tiefling will fleece you for everything you've got. Mark my words.
Maybe.
You're a bitter little man, Delvin. Petty and mean. You can't even be happy for me, can you? I pity you. I'll leave you alone with your sad little soul. So long. And now, Chief, straight down to business. You see, I'm one of those guys that people around here call thieflings. We just call ourselves the family. After we knocked over that shop and I got stuck here in the Defender's Heart, a little bird told me that Big Sister Charisme wanted to see me. That she had some questions to ask me. You following?
Okay.
Now, she won't be asking me questions like, Woljif, how'd you manage to get out of this one? Or, Woljif, you're so thin, didn't they feed you? No, something serious has gone down, and I just know they want to try to pin something on me. I can feel it in my tail. So, I knew right away that I couldn't go alone. You turned up just in time, Chief. You don't need to do anything when we get there. Just stand behind me and look mean, and I'll handle the rest. Somehow. Let's go. I'll show you the way.
There are so many things to do now. Things to do, people to go, people to see.
Always
Actually-
watch your back.
Go outside. We have our inventory, character, menu, expecting a creature, spellbook, journal. Oh, right, journal. Yeah. Out on patrol. Guide city. Oh, I can add both of them. Sweet. Global map of the city of Kenenbros. I don't think I can go there since that's... Wow. Great garrison. Has solutions. Pure Bade residence. Second Road. Wow. Okay. Well. 1, 2, 3. Stacked on the pavement, stained red blood, gaping rift cuts the square in two. It's placed with the demon lord. So making beginning. Well, let's go here first. Fallen horse. Bloody carcass of a strong steed with broken leg is covered in mangled armor. Saddlebag is intact. You can procure some regents for creating consumable items here. Okay. Figures.
Did we step on their toes as well?
Go for their hearts!
Ooh, a bard? Ow! A bomb! Yikes. Clicked all.
Stay on your toes.
Great thing about this is I have a wand. If I didn't constantly fail to use an item. Area exit. Travel. Accept. Okay, now we will travel here. Enter. Alright, well, I think that's it for this episode of Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. If you want to see the next one, like, subscribe, and stick around. I'll have another one for you soon.